Hey everybody, it's Leah with Family Heritage Living. I thought we'd better do an update on Ron. It has been, I don't know if it's been 7 days or 10 days since we did a video, and I can't believe how quickly time goes. Especially when you're not having fun. Work's been crazy for everybody. Ron, first off, Ron and I want to thank everybody for their prayers for him. He is doing fabulously. He's not 100%. He's probably about 50% of where he was before this last back injury with work. But he is 100% better compared to how he was 3 weeks ago. He actually went back to work this past week, midway through the week. He is on extreme restriction, as we do not need him re-injuring himself. But he can't sit idle, and since he is doing so much better, the work that we have him doing is at a minimal. It's not, is it? Oh, I thought it was Best Buy. I thought it was my computer.
It's coffee.
That was my computer. All right, you had me all excited. I thought maybe it'd come early.
It's not.
Well, I'm waiting for a computer, a new work computer. I've meant to tell this story for some time, just because I think we look at odds. The odds are against us sometimes. We think, how can we do something? We have been running an internet business and doing YouTube and a host of other things online since December, and our computer died in December. I mean, we've been doing a lot longer, but since December, our computer died and we're still doing this. Thankfully, we have two older sons. They have computers. They have generously shared. We have tandem use these computers. I get them during the day so that they have them at night, and at night, when my work's not done, someone has been willingly sharing. But the doors just have not been open for us until just this past month to get a computer, and it's really hard for me to do that because I don't like to spend money. Not that I'm cheap, I'm not cheap, but on things like that, I'd rather have money. I was just talking about you. Look at, he's walking without a cane, upright, and at not a bad pace. Not a bad pace.
I'm kicking.
No, you're really not. Aww, it's so sweet. Thank you. That's bigger heart than you gave me yesterday.
You can see this one.
Thank you. So spending money on something like that is really hard, especially since, and I know I've already talked about in another video, we've been replacing so much equipment, saws, chainsaws, chop saws, and things like that. We really just have not. I mean, again, in all honesty, when Ron and I say, well, you know, the boys really need their computer, and it's not that we've been taking advantage of their generosity, it's that we've not had the extra money to buy that computer. And we do need one that's more than just off of the shelf at Walmart. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but because of what I do on it, I have to have certain specs. So it's a good chunk of change. And we finally went ahead and did it. And it took me days. I had literally have to pray myself through things like that, but it's done. So we're all excited now about the new computer coming, and the kids, or the older boys, are excited that they won't have to share their computers. Not that they begrudged it for a minute. But you can do things. You just have to be creative. You know, we've run all this stuff on shared computers. People do YouTubes with just their iPhones or smartphones and stuff for cameras. I mean, there's ways to do things if you really want to. It's not always ideal, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So what's on the ground there?
Making some of our up-and-coming chicken coop.
Are you supposed to be doing things like that?
Not a chance.
You go crazy though, don't you?
I do, indeed.
Oh. So actually he's been using his handy dandy air gun. No, air nailer. No. What'd you use?
It's a Pavlov nail gun.
I apologize. Isn't it run with air?
No.
What's it run with? Propane.
Propane.
I'm sorry. It's
Yes.
it's run with.
Propane and battery.
Okay. All right. So my point there, I guess I really don't care what it's run with. You didn't exert too much physical.
No, but the thing weighs about 25 pounds.
That's beyond your weight limit.
Oh,
Okay, and so here's the cedar that we got from the local sawmill. $20 a truckload,
yep.
and it will be the walls for the chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Let's walk down here. Isn't that sweet? He's always thinking of me.
Up in the coppers would be pretty right.
Wood. Down here on. What was that? She can barely move. She's like you. She got a burst of energy.
Ooh,
She's only about 14 years old.
she's going to be done for the rest of the month.
14 years old, blind, deaf. The only good thing left on her for sense is smell.
That doesn't mean no good.
She can't hear.
Not too fast up though.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, you go back. Go back. Phew, this was one interrupted video. Yep, and even the squirrels want to interrupt. But so at any rate, Ron is doing a lot better. He has a long way to go, but he feels human again, which is great, because this could have went either way with his disc. So we are very grateful to the Lord, and we're grateful to all of you who have held us up in prayer. As far as sharing the computer story with you, it's to encourage anyone that has a dream or is doing something. Don't let things stand in your way. Sometimes we just have to be creative and move forward in any way that we can, and it all works out in the end. There's no need to stress a lot. I definitely spent my time stressing over this at times, and it finally just got to the point where I just had to give it to God, and he eventually brought it to pass when it was time. So but just a quick update to fill you all in on Ron's condition, and it's all good news. So he just has to be real careful. But for those of you that are back patients, once a back patient, always a back patient. And in this situation, he strained his back. He hurt himself through work, which was inevitable. But there have been times, like the last surgery he had, he literally sneezed and took his disc to the point of no return. So you just never know with back injuries. He just has to be ultra careful. The aging oldsteader continues on. So, all right, well, we'll talk soon. God bless.